Welcome to the Chamber Spotlight, a local talk show podcast brought to you by the Pembroke Chamber of Commerce in association with the local scene. We'll be recording on a regular basis and we'll cover many topics that will span local business, local elections, local town governance, and a citizens' academy. Today is November the 24th. I'm your host, Fraser Townley, and we're sitting down with Chris Perry and John Brown. You don't have to say hi.
No, I just want to say thank you for having me.
Oh,
thanks for having us. Absolutely.
Our pleasure. So before we get into the conversation today, we're going to cut to the town hall where earlier today I recorded the town news with Andrea Cesarini. So we'll go there now. Today is November the 24th. I'm at town hall with Andrea Cesarini. Andrea, you've got some headlines for us.
I do. So just a brief update. There is some more construction going on Center Street. They're wrapping that project up, but just be mindful this week. You still might see some construction crews out, not impeding traffic too much. So there's no detours in place right now. Just watch out for our police officers and our workers out there. Public meetings. Our planning board will be meeting tonight, Monday, November 24th. On their agenda is a site plan review for 160 Scoosett Street, which is the current home of Have to Have It, and a subdivision 2501A, which is the weather vane at Pembroke Country Club project. This subdivision is being modified from the previous approved plan to add land and residential units on individual lots. And our Herring Fisheries Committee will be meeting Tuesday, November 25th at 6 p.m. And a reminder that a majority of these meetings are broadcast on the local scene. Meetings can be rewatched on www.thelocalscene.media/Pembroke/. Some other fun news around town. So Pembroke High School Thespian Troupe 7127 presents Seussical. Seussical will feature 25 of our very talented high school students and a Whoville chorus of elementary schoolers. Performances will be held December 4th and 5th at 7 p.m. and December 6th at 2 p.m. at Pembroke High School. Tickets can be reserved by calling the Pembroke High School Music Office at 781-293-9281, extension 2128. Another reminder, the Council on Aging is working with Daddy's Beach Club and South Shore Community Action Council to provide free Thanksgiving meals on Thanksgiving morning. You can reserve delivery meals by calling Kim at 781-925-1165 or pick up your meal in front of Daddy's Beach Club, 280 Nantasket Ave in Hull, between 9:30 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. on Thanksgiving morning. Questions can be directed to Craig Wolf at 781-771-6416 or by email at 89, that's the number 89, edge@comcast.net. The Pembroke Police infamous toy drive has changed locations this year. This year they're going to be on Saturday, December 6th at the Hatch Building, which is next to the community center. Please bring an unwrapped toy for the younger kids. Gift cards for older kids are always accepted as well. Pembroke tree lighting will be Saturday, December 6th from 2 to 5. So following the toy drive, come over to the Pembroke tree lighting. Please note that this is a free event, but there are vendors and concessions that are going to be cash only. More information can be found at pembrokeTreeLighting.com. Following the tree lighting, there will be the 14th annual Winter Lights 5K. The course begins and ends at the Pembroke Community Center. Runners can register at southshorerace.com. Property tax exemption applications are currently being accepted. For additional information, please contact the assessor's office at 781-293-2393. The water bills are due by Wednesday, December 3rd at 4:30 p.m. Any payments made after this due date are subject to late fees. Please contact our collector's office at 781-293-2671 with any questions regarding your municipal bills. And a reminder that town buildings and schools will be closed at noontime Wednesday, November 26th. We close for the holiday on Thursday and on Friday, and we will reopen Monday, December 1st.
That's terrific. Yeah. Okay, so I'll see you Monday the 1st.
Then. You will, and I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving and safe travels if anybody's traveling.
Terrific. Thanks so much, Andrea.
Absolutely.
Okay, that was the town news. Hope you two enjoyed that. So let's start with you, John.
Okay.
You're a prominent member of the select board.
Well, I appreciate that comment.
Is there anyone more prominent than you?
That'll probably be Dan Trabucco. He has got more years on
He's
the board
definitely got more years.
So.
Yeah. So you don't just do the select board, though, in town. You do other things in town.
That's correct. I said, back in the day when I first started here in about 2013. I actually was a media consultant for a while, helping out campaigns going forward till probably about 2018 when I was elected to the board. After that, the last 3 years, I've been able to start a company with my wife. And it was my friend who actually now lives in France, go figure.
Yeah. He was the Australian guy,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. The Australianator, unfortunately. So, but yeah, he's gone. So we actually own a majority of the company now. And Hodgepodge Alley, which we sell hot sauces, tomato relishes, and my wife's homemade fudge, which she got from her dad's recipe, which is awesome.
So it's a family affair.
Oh, indeed. Exactly.
Excellent.
It's a little...
And I've seen so you do some of the farmers markets and... Where else do we see your projects?
The farmers markets, like I said, Pembroke Celebrates, usually the pantry.
Yeah.
Those kind of events where it's local enough where I can get my product there and make sure people understand that basically it is about the town and the surrounding area of the South Shore where I like to meet people and let them try our product.
Yeah. One of your biggest customers died recently, didn't they? Tolson's. That was a real pity.
Yeah.
Didn't you get it in there?
Yeah. We had our tomato relish in there.
Yeah.
It was on a lot of items, and I really do thank Carl and management there for that. But unfortunately, they just went under about a month ago, I think, give or take.
Any chance of them coming back?
Not that I know of. Like I said,
right.
I talked to Carl and say, hey, any other adventures going on? Is he going to come back to Pembroke?
Yeah.
I said, I hope so, because, as we know, being an elected official, having a business here in town, we want business to thrive and to grow. And it does.
Well, you're also a member of the chamber, which I am, which is what this is, and we want businesses to thrive.
Oh, exactly. And then the new stuff that's coming into town is really exciting coming in for the next couple of years.
Yeah, totally. So that's you, John Brown, Chris Perry. Bit of background on you. You've got a business in town as well, haven't you?
Well, I don't have a business. I am the production manager for Alluring Concepts, which is a design build firm here in Pembroke. It is owned by Alicia Siciliano Perry, my wife. She is also an elected official on the planning board.
Yeah.
We are the number one design build firm on the entire South Shore for 3 years running, according to the Community Choice Awards. We'll do everything from painting a living room to build you an entire house.
Yeah. Terrific. So, but it's very honorable of you to say you don't own it. It's your wife that owns it.
That is correct.
It's in your family.
It is her company.
Yeah.
It is her company, and it is her business model. It is her, what's the word I'm looking for, values and stances as to what the company is. And they are very, very high.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. So, John, back to you. You do more than just the select board and hodgepodge, though. You do a lot of things in town. You're related, or not related, but you get involved. Maybe you are related. Dullman Group. What's that all about?
The Dullman, well, that started back in 2000, and that started as a widowers group. About 3 guys that were there, and actually, speaking, say, relations itself, it's not a relation, but he was a Brown. Tiny Brown was one of the ones that started that.
Oh, okay.
Back then, and it morphed.
Our president. The son of our president.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it morphed into more of the guys getting together and speaking about topics of the day, or just kind of communal, because it's, a bunch of these guys that are in their 60s, 70s. Our oldest member is 96 years old, Tom Grono.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I keep on harassing him and saying, hey, by the way, you're older than this, or, hey, was that your girlfriend back in the day? and we have fun with the community base of just harassing each other a little bit and having fun for an hour or so.
Yeah.
And then going on about our day.
Yeah.
So.
And you always talk about the veterans. Is there an involvement there?
Yeah. Well, or is
that linked?
Well, it's linked to my my board for my board capacity.
Right.
I asked Dave McPhillips if I could be liaison to the veterans.
Yeah.
Because of the link with my father, who was a veteran. I'm also commander of Sons of the Veterans. So I was like, can I help out in any way, or at least promote things going forward? Because there was a couple of events for veterans that fell through several years back.
Yep.
And I'm definitely my father's son, where I got annoyed, where I'm like, how can I help to improve attendance? How can I help to do something better for the veterans? And how can I make sure that the memory of my dad keeps on going?
Yeah.
So I was like, do you mind? He goes, sure. So I made my own liaison for the select board to be helping out veterans.
And you're also on the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
But you're on the board. You're on the executive board.
I'm on the executive board mostly as a liaison for the select board.
Right.
So that's the main goal, because I want to make sure people understand I can take hats off if I need to.
Yeah.
I talk about my business. I can talk about what's going on in town and how can town help out the chamber promote business. So,
And being a member of that executive board myself and seeing you in action, you do a great job for the town, and we appreciate that. Chris, I think that leads nicely on to what we want to talk about today, which is the foundation. Have I got that right? Is it the Pembroke Foundation?
It's the Pembroke Foundation, yes.
Pembroke Foundation.
Pembroke helping Pembroke.
So are you two the founders of the...
I am the chair.
You're the chair.
I'm the chair. John Brown is a director.
Yeah.
David Boyle is a director.
Okay.
Amy is a director, and Stephen is also a director. So that is the board.
Stephen
Perry.
Oh, of course. Okay. And Amy's also on the
Chamber.
So it's a real incestuous little group. But when I said the founders, who are the founders of the foundation?
It's a collaborative effort of all
it's
of
the
us,
group
correct.
that you've just mentioned.
sure.
Okay, that's cool.
The concept coming up with certain things we wanted to do for town. And the best thing was that, Dave Boyle comes up to us and says, yeah, it is Pembroke helping Pembroke.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of websites and stuff like that doing that either way. So what can we do? And we also heard about the Pembroke Education Foundation, which we weren't sure how they were going with it. So how can we promote Pembroke without Pembroke being in it? So Chris was kind enough to say, really want to try to get something done within town. What can we do? And then it just spiraled from there with the ideas, the contacts of folks that are electeds in town, but at the same time that people just want to help.
Yeah.
Get past that red tape.
Yeah.
So
I was actually at your first, I think it was your first fundraiser for the
Correct.
Veterans Park.
Correct.
yeah.
Have I got that right? Is
Yep.
the Veterans Park or the Veterans Park Memorial?
Yeah, it was the Veterans Memorial Park.
That's it.
And that project was started back in 2018-19, and somehow, some way, it fell by the wayside. I became aware of it falling apart, so to speak, and picked up the pieces. And I says, how can we? Everybody loves a veteran, especially in Pembroke, where you go all the way back to before our country was even a country. We had veterans, and we're working together for fighting for our country. And it was, how do we go ahead and get this to grow? And so we go ahead and put this together for Veterans Park, and just the outpouring came, and it was just awesome. It was awesome to see all of these people in this event, and it was just great to go ahead and put it all together. And now it's grown from there to now the next event that we're putting together in January for a trivia night to help the Pembroke Food Pantry. So it's not just about one event or one thing that needs to be taken care of in town. It's whatever's needed. Whatever the need is for Pembroke, it's Pembroke helping Pembroke.
Yeah. Definitely the government shutdown created this food insecurity. And I understand from Peg that the pantry was overwhelmed.
Correct.
They actually don't strike me as people that get overwhelmed easily, but they were overwhelmed with the outcry. But we've had them on this show. Unbelievable, the amount of, I think is it 86,000 tons? No, it can't be 86,000 tons. It might be. It was a lot.
It's a lot, yes.
Of food that they bring
And the amount
in
of effort
and then
that they
distribute.
put forth, and it's just amazing the hard work that they do.
It is.
And the nice part about it, especially this season, especially here around the holidays, you're really seeing an outpouring of Pembroke. And that's one of the things that I really pride myself on, being a Pembroke resident of over 30 years. You get to see everyone coming together as a community. Because there's a family in need. We're all in need. We all take care of it. We all work together to get everyone to where they need to be.
So the first event, which again, In fact, I'm going to ask you a question. I'll ask you both a question.
Mm-hmm.
Start with you, John. Were you surprised by how many people showed up? Or were you expecting that many
As
people?
someone who has done events before, you're always in the background going, God, please show up.
Yes.
And you always get concerned and worried. So did you do enough to put the word out? Was I surprised? No, because of...
You put the effort in.
Well, we put the effort in, but at the same time, just to reiterate what Chris said, the people of Pembroke love helping each other out.
Mm-hmm.
In storms. When I first moved here, when we had storms, we had like 3-4 days, no electricity or whatever. People coming over say, hey, by the way, I'm going to be cooking on my grill outside. Let's go all get together and do whatever.
Yeah.
Snowstorms, making sure our elderly are okay. The outpouring of help that people of Pembroke love to do, because it is a service to them to basically help out their fellow neighbor, their fellow friend. So to say I was surprised, no. Basically, how people came on out for us and understood what the project was about for the Veterans Memorial Park. Yeah, no, I'm unsurprised about that, but I was very thankful.
Yeah. I think that's a really good way to put it. Chris, you?
I fully agree with John. Again, it's your inaugural event. Of course, there's butterflies, and you're sitting there as the clock gets closer and closer, and you keep waiting for that first person to arrive, and it gets closer and closer, and then there's just a wave.
Yeah,
and it's just one continual wave, and you go, "It worked.
Yeah,
it worked," and that's it. And we're so proud of it, and we're getting ready to do the next one, and then the following one after that, and the one after that.
So let's talk about the next one, because I actually got, I think you sent me the poster today.
Yes.
So I've got that. We can start promoting that. That's the 15th of January.
Correct. The Thursday night.
At the town.
At the community center again, correct.
Sorry. I saw the town tavern. I linked it together.
So they're the ones supplying the food for the event.
Oh, amazing.
So we wanted to make sure that town got credit for that, and we're very thankful for town for that additional support.
Yeah.
And again, Pembroke helping Pembroke.
Yeah. Terrific.
And they're phenomenal partners of being here at town, even though they just opened our fourth one in East Bridgewater. Yeah, and Dave, the whole crew, Bobby Joe, just phenomenal. I can't say enough about them. But like I said, our first event, we had help from 110 Grill in Hanover.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's awesome. Thank you, because of the context and the relationships that David Boyle has too.
Yeah, of course.
So it's just, we're like, thank you so much, please.
And you'll be serving hodgepodge hot sauces, right? Yeah. No?
Probably not. I can, if basically to make sure that, we get some people buying some drinks.
Right. Okay. So the town, back to what is the event precisely?
So it's a trivia night.
Right.
So what's going to separate this particular trivia night than, say, if you went out to a local bar or something like that? This is a 21 plus. So we're not necessarily, there'll be beer and wine served. There'll be a cash bar. The difference here is that most trivia nights, when you go to a pub or a restaurant, is pretty much just verbal. You have a host, and they're presenting a trivia question. You go ahead and give your response, on your sheet of paper, et cetera, for a score. This one's a little bit different, where we're going to be having not just verbal, but audio and video.
Very cool.
Because we have that ability with the community center. So we'll have visual questions. We'll have video questions as well, and it's a step up. It's something that's not seen locally.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds exciting. So you're inviting people to create teams, or
correct? So again, like through the chamber, I'm looking at it as a team building for businesses. So you go ahead and create a team at your business, and it's a team building event. You go ahead and it's $25 per person, $100 a team. And you go ahead and come to the event, and hopefully you walk away with a trophy.
Is it limited to how many people can be in the team?
We want like a minimum of 4.
Right.
But a maximum. I mean, if you want to have a team of 20, it's fine by me.
Got to give that some thought, actually.
Yeah. We might be able to separate the teams into an A or B.
How can I win this? Good. Well, that's exciting. So that's your second event.
Correct.
And that's going towards the food pantry.
Correct.
So does that mean, trick question, does that mean the Veterans Memorial has been funded?
Oh, no, it's not finished yet.
I didn't
no,
think so. Okay.
No, so obviously Veterans Day just happened. We were grateful enough to be at the community center at this past event. We were also selling the T-shirts as well as there to, again, add additional funds.
And they're great-looking T-shirts. You're sporting one, aren't you? The viewers who are listening can't see it, but John Brown's wearing one.
And the back has all the sponsors who put their efforts into that. 110 Grill, Fat Boy Security, even my own Hodgepodge, Alluring Concepts. I believe
Koopmans are on there as well.
Koopmans on there, and also we can't forget our friends at
Tiny and Sons.
Tiny and
Sons and Caliber. Yeah, I'm going to screw that up.
Screw it up. Go on.
No.
Pavilion Automotive.
Who he was there the whole night during our event.
Terrific.
Start to finish. I was like, wow, thank you. Thank you had that much time on your hands.
Yeah.
So, it's just amazing. People reaching out for us.
Very good. So that's the second event is going to be the trivia quiz night on the 15th of January.
Correct.
But you said you've got other events. So do you want to give us a taster or do you want to keep them up your sleeve?
We're going to keep them up the sleeve for right now.
Okay.
But you can definitely keep your eye open for the Pembroke Foundation for the next event. And it obviously, this is our standard and there's no going back. It's only going up.
Okay. So on the 6th of June, the Chamber will be doing the Taste of Pembroke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. So don't clash with that, please. And we will be donating the proceeds from that to, I think we're still discussing it in the Chamber, but
so, yeah.
I think the Community Centre will get something, New England Village will get something, the Scholarship Fund will get something, and the library will get something. They're the four that we're currently talking about. So that's going to be exciting. So I don't disagree with you. The town of Pembroke is extremely active and giving. I've got to say, the Arts Festival was a real eye-opener for me. The way that thing popped. I mean, the Kelbys did it was probably more than just the Kelbys, but they were driving it. And that event was just terrific. The farmers market that we do, the opening day with the Wahlburgers food truck and stuff, it was just a terrific event. But it's more than just the brilliant organization. It's the attendance that I think is really important. And Pembroke definitely steps up and they come out and they support. So that's good. So, Chris, you've got you've got the Memorial Veterans Park. You've got the food pantry. Are there any other organizations that you're looking to support?
Not as of right now. I do know that in the back of my mind, I know the Karen Boyle Foundation is going to be, there'll be an event there as well.
Yeah.
But I'm not quite positive as to what the final determination will be.
Yeah.
But I just know it is in the wings.
Right. Okay.
There's your taste.
And anything we can help out with David Boyle of doing such a great job with people within town. Like I said, him being the chair of the school committee.
Yep.
That's just an add-on because, just who he is as a person.
Sure.
But his lovely wife, Karen, was awesome.
Oh, she was. She was so welcoming to me when I first stuck my head up and went, okay, maybe I'll run for something. And she was very generous and very welcoming. Which was great. And David's been a good friend ever since that period. He does a wonderful job. And at the last town meeting, he got up and he made a speech. And in that speech, he talked about running again in 2026, which I thought this was going to be his last foray, but clearly not. That's exciting to hear.
Yeah, and I guess circumstances have changed where he wants to run again, and the school committee is better off for it. It really is his.
I don't disagree.
His time on the committee, and really trying to see what else he can do to help out.
Yeah, his governance and his balance is very much needed in town, and I appreciate that. Chris, you're falling asleep.
No, I'm not falling asleep. I'm just taking it all in, brother.
A little birdie tells me there's a rumor going around. Do you want to talk about that?
There's no rumors. No.
Oh, okay.
Nothing as of yet.
Okay. Well, you can't pull papers anyway, so
Correct.
yeah, there you go. So I'll ask you that in January, shall I?
That would be fine.
All right. Okay. So we've talked about the activities and the foundation and your guys' background. John, was there anything else you wanted to add to the background?
Nothing for the background, just basically probably upcoming events that people see all throughout Facebook, especially with the town taking over the tree lighting.
Yes.
That is huge, and I cannot wait to see what Lance and his crew and everyone within Town Hall have brought up to come up for on the 6th of December. And plus we also have, instead of Phil the cruiser, we have Phil the fire truck.
Yes.
Coming in too. And that's going to be a wonderful deal because people come on in. I think last year someone came in with, I think, 5 or 6 big screen TVs.
Wow.
And besides the toys for the kids, I mean, it was, like I said, Pembroke helping Pembroke and doing whatever they can. Say, oh, I have it. Here we go. And I'm like, I'm glad you have it because I know I don't.
Yeah. I was going to say something about that because the Kelbys have gotten involved in that as well. Kathleen seems to be very involved with the tree lighting.
Yeah, and then don't forget, like this comes from a private entity where Kathleen Keegan started that with a group, separate group, but she got overwhelmed, I think, and wanted to make sure that she could come on back, keep Pembroke Celebrates, but make sure that if the town could take over again, like in the past. We hear that all the time. We heard that from Peter Brown, saying the member in the town used to take over this, or the chamber had it to help out. So this event's gone on for so many years, not just with the group that Kathleen Keegan had, but even further before that too.
Yeah.
So,
And just to add on to that, I mean, it's really nice when you have a changing of the guard, so to speak. Now you have fresh ideas that come in, and you're not doing the same lather, rinse, repeat. It's something new and vibrant and a different perspective, so people can appreciate the change and say, "Oh wow, I remember that back in 2025. What a great event that was!" Or they can reflect back in 2021. Wow, that was a really rememberable event. Just like when we're building off of the Veterans Day Parade that we just had. I mean, that was the building block. So what's going to happen for next year? This is just the very foundation. It's only going to get better, and that's Pembroke coming together.
Yeah. Good. Well said. John, the other thing, I've just read my notes. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is you are always the go-to guy for what's happening in public safety with the new public safety building. Every time I drive past there, which is every day, it seems like there's more and more. I mean, they're really pushing that out. Are they going to be on ahead of time, completion-wise?
Well, I never want to say that we're going to be ahead of schedule because you never know what's going to happen within weather or whatever may be happening. But as of right now, we are under budget and on time.
Wow.
And these folks for W.T. Rich and Tower out of Rhode Island, for the public safety, substation for the fire station, have been rocking and rolling. I mean, they're going to be able to work through the winter, how fast they've been going.
It seems, so this is just a casual bypass perspective. The Monroe Street substation, that appeared to start sooner than the one on 53 and 14.
Correct. Yeah. We were delayed, I think, a week.
You're right.
For the combined station on 53 and 14. But we had a little hiccup with some turtles on the Monroe Street.
Oh, there you go.
But that was taken care of. DEP came on in, gave us the go-ahead. And to make up time, our general contractor and our OPM of Vertex have done a great job just getting us up to speed to get that part of it open by the summer, I believe, summer of 26.
But it appears, and it's just a perception, but it appears the 53 and 14 project has overtaken Monroe. Is that true or false in terms of its progress?
No, but they've been moving along quite rapidly because the whole thing is funny, is what I heard, that the GC, or general contractor for those out there, for the 53 and 14 project, this is a small project for them. And they said, we'd like to do this. I'm like, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's honestly wonderful working with them.
I've got to say, the equipment that they've been bringing in, they are obviously contractors who do bigger projects. Because I remember looking at some of the earth movers that they had and thinking, holy crap, what kind of a project is this? It was amazing.
Yeah,
and they
moved
got
the Grand Canyon.
but they got it moved so quickly. I mean, they built up, was it 7 feet? They had to bring it up by?
No, actually, after we did the perk and all that too, I believe from front to back, I think we only had to bring it up another 3 feet.
Oh, okay.
So that saved us a little bit of money too,
Right.
On for leveling the ground.
Okay. And so because it's your pet project, but also over to you, Chris, historic Turner House, it's still there.
It's still there.
It hasn't moved.
It has not moved.
Okay, when is that going to get moved?
I'll direct that over to John.
Oh, nicely deflected.
I'm hearing of possibly December, January timeframe when that's going to be moved.
Okay, what's the delay on that? Because I thought they had to move it before they could do anything.
No. Well, it was just basically part of it of how they could, the general contractor coming about to get whomever needs to move it for us. And
so it's not going to be Rich. It's not going to be the company that are doing the construction.
No, they did have to, because that's a specialty project because it is an historic house.
Okay, so you need an historic.
You need a specialty company to
Yeah,
take care of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do we have that contracted?
As far as I know, yes, we do. Yes.
Right. So that's going to move sometime before Christmas or into the new year.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's still going to move.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Because it does. It actually. It's not my business. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it does look to be in the way. Just as an observer. And the best place to observe it, by the way, is, I believe it's Pump 8 on the Sunoco, the one tightest corner. You get to see it all. So I actually make a point of parking there when I pick up my gas, just to have a gander as to what's going on. It's super impressive. You guys have done a fantastic job. The town have governed it brilliantly. And I think we're going to have a very good public safety building when it's finished. It looks that way.
Yeah, I can say thank you enough to the committee when we started it back in August of 21, to the working group during that whole time frame too, of Vertex and our contractors, Castle Booze, just moving things forward, and then kind of making sure that, and our public safety people, because at first we had to cut quite a bit around and kind of shrink the building as much as we could.
Yeah.
And because of how the bids came in, we were able to contractually bring stuff back, some other programming back. That was an add-on, not so much of a need. So when I first asked the committee, I said, ask for everything, give me what Pembroke is, and look 20 years down the road.
Yeah.
And I said, then we'll have a successful building.
Yeah.
And you'll see what Pembroke is going to be like, hopefully in the future.
Yeah.
And, hopefully I'll be around to see it too.
And I'm going to say this, because how many years is it guaranteed for? The building?
The building itself?
Yeah.
They're looking at 50.
Whoa.
Easy 50.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's an increase on the 25 that we talked about at the historic, when we did the Historic Society. Because we're looking at preserving 200-year-old buildings, but we can only guarantee them for 25. But 50 is an improvement. That's a doubling. That's fantastic.
Oh, indeed. And then basically with how we do for our capital planning and upkeep, because that kind of fell by the wayside years past, because we'd only spend so much money because we didn't have so much.
Yeah.
And then when we got the new town manager, we said, okay, fine, we have to make sure that we have upkeep in all these buildings.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, it's here, okay, we're moving on.
Yeah.
And that's been a great improvement. And people of Town Hall have done a phenomenal job overseeing these buildings.
Yeah. And let's be honest. We can only build these kind of projects and maintain these projects if we have growth in the town. And it's super important to the chamber that we see business growth. And a lot of that business growth comes because of the population growth. And so some of these additional projects that are coming on stream, I think we're supportive of. And I think it's important to the town. I mean, the only way we're going to get the growth and prosperity the security and prosperity is through the growth. So we're very supportive of that. You brought it up, John. You got to tell me about the turtles. What was that all about?
Well, some turtles felt like hanging out because don't forget, it used to be our pit. So when we have storms, we'd have brush or we'd have big trees being set there until they were transported out.
Oh,
so that was our pit, and then we found
that was its official title.
Yeah, it was the pit,
pit of the town,
the pit of the
exactly.
Town. Not the recycling center, which is of course from the other one, but the pit.
Mm-hmm.
And it was open when we needed it, and not too much, but mostly after storms to make sure people at Pembroke could bring their stuff in. If there was a big tree down, they could transport it somehow or whatever. So, and then the turtles wanted to hang on in near the back because we had the cranberry bogs and all that back there too. I think a little bit of wetlands, I believe. And we found an opportunity to use this for betterment of the town, for especially the fire department, especially that side of town at nighttime, which works out well with the substation.
Right. Okay. I'm not quite sure. Did you?
The turtles are there, and now the turtles are gone. But they were taken away in a humane way.
Rehoused somewhere
relocated.
else.
Exactly.
Relocated.
Yes.
Good. Okay. Do you get, on the historic side, Chris, do you get much of this wildlife interfering with some of the projects that you're trying to do?
Not really. Every project's a little bit different, so you can't just generalize. But if something was specific was supposed to come up, then that would be addressed at that time. But more or less, I mean, it's depending on whether it's a town project or whether it's a residential project. That's really about it, but not so much on the environmental part of it, because that's usually taken care of before it gets to us through like conservation or something like that.
Okay. So you wouldn't ever be aware of it.
It's not that we wouldn't be aware of it. It would be more along the we would have.
It wouldn't impact.
That's not our
your
jurisdiction.
decision.
I guess is the best way to put that.
Right. Okay. Very good. So look, we've had we're over time actually. Chris, was there anything you wanted to say? I mean, I know
one of the things that I did wanted to, you had asked earlier about some of the things that I'm doing, and John had brought up about the working group, which it brings up about Veterans Memorial Park. So in regards to that, and specifically with that project, I am now the chair of the working group that is now picking this project back up again, and there's a team of us that have gotten together, and we started to lay out the new Veterans Park. We actually have met with the landscape architect. It's actually the same landscape architect that was utilized before. So for simplicity reasons and keeping it simple, so to speak, we're just making modifications as to making it better, more cohesive, making better sense, I guess is the way to put it. And it's working. We're moving well along, and I don't want to jinx myself, but I can say that the way things are kind of falling, I'm really hoping that we can have the park opened for, what is it, the 250 revolution or 300?
250 is next year.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Right?
The celebration, yeah.
That's the summer of next year, isn't it? That's some clip you're moving at.
But we're getting it done.
Yeah.
That's the difference. The difference between working like the municipality and going through red tape that John described earlier, but where you have the working group, it's like, all right, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. One just falls right after the next, and it's like dominoes. Here it is.
Done.
Now you go ahead and you present it. We're done.
Yeah, and so I couldn't make the Veterans Day because I was in the UK. I was celebrating. Do you celebrate veterans? I don't think you do. You do. You celebrate the veterans. Anyhow, exactly. I was celebrating in the UK. I went to this church service in a church that was something, I don't know. It was older than records in America.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, from the 1300s. And it was delightful. And we all wore our poppies, and they've got better with the poppies these days. They're actually enamel pins. So I bought a couple of them, so I'll be wearing those next year. But I hear the event was very well attended.
It was.
In Pembroke.
Oh, yeah. Where our first year of doing a Veterans Day parade was great. Well, it was cold, so it was good. When we started walking, it was lovely.
Yeah.
So I had fun trying to get down there, seeing the people coming out who were cold but wanted to stand and wave and salute the veterans going there. We didn't have enough chairs.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that, actually.
But I was laughing about that, but no one cared.
Right.
And we had more veterans show up than we thought.
Yeah.
And that was even better than I thought with that one, too, because I was like, okay, yeah, we'll have our usual, 20, 25, and there was more. And it was such a great...
What do you attribute that to? I mean, we're celebrating veterans with the poles. I mean, I've noticed they run all the way down Barker Street, down towards almost the junction with 53.
Yep.
And I think that's a terrific celebration. But what do you attribute to the growth, if you like?
The growth, but one, definitely communication. I know a lot of our veterans are getting older and really sometimes can't do it physically. But overall, the new ideas of the commander, Paul Duvall, he really wants to get things going for the veterans and really wants to help out when he goes to Brockton to see, shut-ins who are veterans at the Brockton Hospital. It's that mindset of we really want your help. We really need you there.
Yeah.
We want people to understand freedom's not free. And I
understand.
I know, but everyone says that. And sometimes it seems hollow when you say it in that respect. But coming from a son of a veteran, and actually, and Chris is a veteran, actually.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris.
Where you're willing to sign up.
Yep.
And a lot of the guys basically that were there under my dad's time, they were also under the draft. So imagine you're sitting there, do I sign up to make sure I don't get drafted or put somewhere I don't want to be? Or do I get drafted and say, okay, here you go.
Yeah.
You're going to Vietnam, or you're going to Korea, you're going to Germany.
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful thing to see what the commander wants to do and the people helping him out.
Yep.
Bringing that to fruition.
Yeah.
And I think that's the big thing. People want to work and get it done for those.
Yeah. I think it's interesting. So celebrating in the UK, you're celebrating with not just veterans who fought in the war, but you're celebrating with victims. And no one, actually, this is interesting. No one in the UK acts like a victim, but they're all affected and impacted by the war, World War II in particular. My mother was a young lady in Dunfermline, which is a town in Scotland, which you would have thought, okay, you would probably be safe. They were bombed every single night because they were en route to the Navy factory, the Navy yards in Aberdeen. And they were trying to bomb the railway bridges that were taking the supplies. And when they failed to hit, they never did hit the bridge, but they would get rid of their payload over the town of Dunfermline. That's where my mother lived. And so she's got this incredible stoicism that nothing seems to faze her. I was with her when the wall came down for COVID, and I was flying home, but I'd gone to visit her. It was before COVID was going to be an issue, but they shut everything down. And I remember being worried that my father and my mother weren't going to be able to, not that they weren't going to be able to survive, but I was concerned about that. Don't worry about a thing, she said. She sent my dad out to buy 12 pounds of butter. She then quartered each of the pound, and she told my dad, right, put all of that in the freezer. We'll have 1/4 pound per week to live off until this is all over. It was just the mentality. And that sort of stoicism is not just, so we're celebrating more than just the veterans in the UK. We're celebrating the people that survived, the people that then went on to rebuild the country, because it needed rebuilding. But anyhow, I'm waffling. John, did you have something you was burning you wanted to say and make a speech about before we switch off?
No, the biggest thing is, like I said, I just want to thank the people of Pembroke for allowing me to do what I do. And when you see me and I start laughing when they always say, "Oh, you're always here." Well, I'm glad you noticed me. But at the same time, I'm just very thankful of the folks that give me the opportunity to serve them on the select board, or just be one of the dull men and just harass each other for an hour a week. And just very happy to actually found a place where I could kind of grow older in. Because
no, listen, John, this is what I like about you. As a select board member, as a member of the Chamber of Commerce, and as everything else that you do, there doesn't appear to be altruism. You don't seem to have an ulterior motive. You're there to help. You're there to serve, and you do a terrific job. And God bless you.
Well, no, I appreciate it. It's just past events that happen where, when you understand when you've been into the system, sometimes the other stuff people complain about or whatever is frivolous.
Oh, for sure.
And I rather, like I said, do stuff with the Pembroke Foundation to get stuff done, which is beyond the municipal government. Seeing the public safety buildings go up, I'll pat myself on the back saying,
you should.
I was a part of that.
Yeah, you were.
But I was a part of that. I wasn't the full force on that.
I get it, but you were behind that.
You had so many other people in the background doing and busting their butts to make sure this thing got done and moved forward.
Yeah.
Give me all the credit you want. I'm happy. No problem. Hey, vote for me. But
you're not running next year, so this is not a campaign speech.
That's true. But in the long run, if we do well as a town, then basically it's easier for me, say, if I do want to run again, or say, I've done my job. Now it's time for me to pass it on and let someone else come on in with their new ideas, their new perspectives, where I probably wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah.
So I just appreciate it. That's all.
Cool. Well, look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Chris, also, and the time that you've spent. But it is all we have time for today. So thank you to you, John. Thank you to you, Chris, for participating. And thank you to the listeners for tuning in. This podcast will be available on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube with additional links on our Facebook page. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at the Pembroke Chamber of Commerce. And if you're interested in becoming a member of the Chamber, please go to the Pembroke Chamber of Commerce website, pembrokechamber.org. Chris, John, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us, Fraser.
Thank you.
Thank you.